Now, you've probably heard the saying, hurt people hurt people. Well, our nation is filled with hurt people, right? We believe, however, that well cared for people care well for people. Well cared for people care well for people. I remember when I first became aware of this world called foster care. It was November 2009, and I remember seeing a video of a little girl who was waiting in an agency office while her worker called to find her a foster home. And everyone on the other end of the line said, no, we don't have room for her. No, we're too busy. No. I grabbed my 3 kids and we walked into DCFS. And I asked them, I said, where do these kids wait? Like, I'm just beginning to understand a little bit and I need to know more. Can you help me understand? And they showed me into these rooms where kids might visit with their parents or where they might wait for a foster home to be available. And again, I was just saddened as I saw the dirty white walls. I saw the outdated Disney decals that were plastered on those walls. I remember the hard furniture. I just had to do something. And so I asked the workers there, I said, can I recruit family and friends? Can we come in and give this space a makeover? Can we create some beauty here so that these kids, when they're being pulled from everything that they know, they can come and see that they are thought of, that they are prepared for, that they are never forgotten. And we were able to transform these once very sterile rooms into welcoming and inviting spaces for kids and their families. So this project was really the catalyst for what has become the Forgotten Initiative. And over the past 11 years, we've consistently seen 3 things. 1, we've seen that the church cares for those who are hurting in their community. The church cares, but they're not always aware of the needs and don't always know how to get connected to those needs. We've also seen that the men and women that work in these foster care agencies care deeply about the children and the families they're serving, but they need more support, and they don't always know how to get connected to the support. And 3, we see that there's this gap that exists between the church and the foster care community. We also know that there are over 400,000 kids in foster care in the United States, and about the same number of churches in our United States. And we sometimes wonder, why isn't the church doing more? But I would like to propose, it's not an apathy issue, it's an awareness issue. It's not an apathy issue, it's an awareness issue, because most people do not know about the 6-year-old who begs her foster dad not to throw away her garbage bag that brought all her belongings in it, because she's going to need it when she moves again. Most people don't know about the birth dad who walks around with the weight of the world on his shoulders, feeling defeated and overwhelmed by life and by his own addiction. He loves his kids, but he doesn't quite know how to love his kids. Most people aren't aware of the foster mom who stands in her kitchen and cries because she's overwhelmed and wonders, why did I step into this? It's hard. I don't want to do this anymore. Most people don't know about the teenager who attends an adoption picnic, hoping and praying anybody will choose him to be their son. But sadly, his age is working against him again. And most people don't know about the caseworker who struggles with symptoms that mirror PTSD because of the secondary trauma she experiences day in and day out. It's not an apathy issue, it's an awareness issue. And that's where TFI comes in. TFI stands and serves in this gap between the church and the foster care community so that the church can become aware of the needs and get connected to the needs. And so that the agency can become aware of where the support is and get connected to the support. This is where TFI comes in. We serve in this gap between the church and the foster care community. We bring awareness and we help people connect. Through our volunteer ministry leaders and their teams, we build relationships with local agencies and local churches and then connect them to one another in a way that makes sense to both, in a way that is helpful to both. We help the church walk alongside the foster care community, and we believe the church needs the foster care community as much as the foster care community needs the church. We want to see people everywhere supporting the foster care community and experiencing Jesus together. This is why we exist. And we cannot stand the reality that our nation is filled with kids, families, caregivers, and workers in foster care that feel isolated, alone, or completely forgotten. We all have a need to be known, to be cared for, and to be loved. And since I first walked into our local DCFS 11 years ago, TFI has grown into a national ministry with a proven track record of helping the church meet physical, relational, and even spiritual needs of their local foster care community. We started with one ministry. Now we have 46 ministries in 26 states. We have the privilege of impacting 12,000 children, 2,200 agency workers, and we are helping engage 151 churches in this gospel work. Wherever you are on your foster care journey, whether you're just learning or already deeply involved, we hope that the Forgotten Initiative will be a place where you learn, grow, and take your next step, whatever that may be.